wanted to come share some wisdom with you all. I'm trying to turn the volume up and not really take a picture. Hold on. Trying to turn the volume up. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm getting another phone stand so y'all, so I can have it set. I can come talk to y'all for 10 minutes until I get to my destination. But listen, you know, I used to be the type of person, because I'm a friendly person, right? I'm a person that a person that like to get along with people. I like to make everybody feel welcome. What else? I just have that kindred spirit. Like, you'll never feel, unless you just riddled with spirits. Like, if I feel them spirits on you, you will know that I don't have time for you. But other than that, I try to make people feel welcome, right? I used to go out of my way with that and not let it come natural, because I'm naturally like that. But there was a time I used to go out of my way to make that happen, make people feel, welcome and not excluded, but I learned, I test the spirit, right? I test people's spirits first. But knowing that I was that person and understanding myself more, I don't run up on people no more. I don't pull up on people, which means I don't try to befriend them so quick now, right? I used to try to befriend people and just, try to get to know them, blah, blah, blah. I don't do that anymore. I wait it out. I wait for people to show me who they are, not their representative, but who they really are, right? Because when you just meeting a person, this can go for a friendship, relationship, new job, anything. When you're just meeting a person, yes, they're going to put their best foot forward. Some people you just know right off the rip that, they good people. Their hearts are good, But some people, you have to wait it out. When you're unsure, you have to wait it out. You have to test the spirit. You have to see how people really are. You don't want to, pull all up on people until you really know who they are. You don't want them to get so close to you until you know who they really are. And I used to be the type that always wanted to cling to people, right? Because in the beginning, they seem like they're good people. No, I learned to wait that thing out. And I learned to test the spirit to see how people really are, because I know what I have to offer. Like I was saying yesterday, I know what I have to offer. But I have to see what other people have to offer. I have to see who they are really, And it's another thing when you are a person who operate in like a spirit of excellence. You want to do everything right. You come from a righteous perspective, and you just want to do what's right. A lot of people, if they're not led by the Holy Spirit, if they're not sure of themselves, if they don't know who they are, they will oppose that. They will hate you for that. They will see that you operate in this excellence. They're close up on you, and they will become jealous. So you have to be careful who you connect with. You don't want to be connected with a jealous person, a person who's a hater, a person who's not sure of themselves, because you operate in the spirit of excellence. You don't want to be around nobody like that. I like to see people operate to their highest potential. I love to see people operate in that spirit of excellence, right? That keeps me on my toes. That makes me realize, hey, I got to stay on my toes. Not in a competitive way, but just to know, okay, this person operating excellence. I have one of my good friends like that. I call her extra, because she has that spirit of excellence. I'm extra, but she's extra. And when I first met her, I saw that spirit of excellence on her. People will look at that, because I know who I am. People will look at that and be jealous and hateful. But when I looked at it, I saw the spiritual implications of it, that she pays attention to detail, right? Some people will say that the person is doing too much. No, I looked at it as a spirit of excellence, and that she pays attention to detail, the little things. And I really wanted somebody like that connected to me. And from that time, we're good friends to this day. And she know who she is, right? She's confident and content in who she is, right? So just make sure that you test the spirit, test for spirit, You got to test the spirit of people to make sure that when they come close up on you, they're not going to get jealous. Because see, what people will do, they'll size you up from afar, and they, people will create their own, I won't say delusions, but their own, what is the word I'm trying to? They'll create their own narrative about who you are, right? I'll say that. They'll have their own narrative about who they think you are in their head. But then when they get close up on you, they will see that you're nothing how they perceive you, and that you are in fact a person who operates in righteousness. You're not a person that leans to the left and leans to the right. You're going to stand for what's right. You're going to come down the middle. Even when it comes to your stuff. Even when it comes to something you've done wrong, you're going to call it out. You're going to call it out. Some people are just like that. They don't, try to reserve things or not talk about things because they were in the wrong or they are doing it. No, they'll call it out. I'll call my own stuff out. That's how I am. And I'll be like, girl, you're wrong for that. Now, you shouldn't have done that. Or if I did something, I'll go apologize, But, people, you just have to be careful with allowing people to come so close so soon. And you really got to test them spirits. Test them to see. Test them. So you can know who they really are. Because when you wait it out, and when your spirit warns you, you will see if you give that thing some time. Because see, what we'll usually do, I used to be like this. I used to always second guess what my spirit is saying. I'll override it because how the person is acting in front of me, how they are showing up. But my spirit gave me some intel, and I'll just override it. I'll override it and come to find out later, this is what my spirit was trying to tell me. My spirit trying to tell me, but I just override what I'm feeling. Overriding that energy, and you can't do that. You have to test it. When you're not sure, wait it out. Wait it out and see. Because people will show you who they are, because they'll go to watching you. You already know what's up with them, but they'll go to watching you and see that, you're operating in the spirit of excellence, and, you're about your business. You know what I mean? You don't have time for small talk and just wasteful time. And then, people see that, and, that'll provoke jealousy. That'll provoke anger. Like, who are you? Look, they were like, who do you think you are? Because that they love to hit you with that. When you operate and march into your own beat, they'll hit you with that. Who do you think you are? Or you think you some other race or some other nationality. Like, that's the most ignorant thing I've heard. Just because you operate in the spirit of excellence or you want to do what's right. It's like, really? But once you learn to master, people, you'll be able to easily navigate in the world. Once you start putting up boundaries, what I've noticed, what was the cause of a lot of my agony? Let me say the agony and frustration. And let me see, is this my road? No. Agony and frustration was, I didn't have any boundaries, right? I didn't have any boundaries. And when you don't have boundaries, you tend to, it's coming up. You tend to allow people to do, say, approach, however. And that's not healthy. It's not healthy at all. But once I start putting up boundaries, and once I start setting up my own checkpoints of how I want to deal with people, like, learning to put people in different categories, because you have to deal with your family. You don't have to, but you have to treat them a certain way. Like, you can't just cut everybody off, but at the same time, what families to keep further back, what families to bring closer. So I had to learn to build some some internal checkpoints of who I want to be close and who I want to be distant. Same thing as coworkers. Same thing as, anything. Like, you don't want to just bring everybody in, right? You don't want to just bring everybody close to you, because sometimes everybody can't handle. A lot of people can't handle who you are. They can't handle who you are. So you have to learn how to have some healthy boundaries and checkpoints on who you're going to bring in and who you're going to keep far. And you have to be okay with your decision and not feel bad about that. That's what I had to learn. I had to learn to be okay, because when you grew up and you have that you've been through rejection and abandonment, you have to learn how to have boundaries. You have to learn how to say no. You have to, and be okay with it. These are things you have to learn, because you don't want anyone to feel bad. You don't want to make people feel bad, because you know how it feels to feel bad and to be rejected and to be abandoned. You know the feeling. So you don't want anyone else to feel that,